Hi everyone. So thought of a little introduction because I know everyone has a little introduction. Hello, hola, 안녕하세요. My name is Erynid. That's the name I go by. This is my first video on here, so I will introduce myself by saying that I am a psychic medium, or just a medium, if you will. And I have felt called to put out messages here on YouTube to the collective. They are messages that you need to know. They are divinely guided. So I don't even know what the messages are going to be before the readings begin. Okay? As I'm a medium and not strictly a tarot reader, I do use tarot cards and oracle cards as well. You can't see the decks in here, but I do have two decks here. One is a tarot deck and the other one is an oracle deck. So you will see me use those a lot. Sometimes I just straight up use scrying, which is, basically looking into sometimes reflective, but otherwise not. Just any substance and seeing images and hearing things that way. So usually smoke scrying since I don't have a lot of air elements in my chart. Let's see. As you can see here, I do have a candle lit. This is for the goddess Freyja. She is the Norse goddess of love, sexuality, and war. I have called upon her to help aid me in this reading. Okay, she is a goddess I work with a lot. As well as a medium, I am a witch, so it is quite often that not just I won't just be doing mediumship here. I'll also be doing a spell work of some kind on here for others, for the collective. Good spell work, of course. So, as I have been instructed, okay, I put out 3 bones here. I actually got these bones from eating pho at a Vietnamese restaurant, which is funny enough. But under the bones, you'll see crystals. Okay, this is a quartz crystal. This is a rose quartz crystal, and this is a lapis lazuli crystal. Okay, sorry, I speak 3 languages, so sometimes I don't even get English words correct, even though English is my first language, but I digress. So, go ahead, pick a bone with the crystal paired with it. It doesn't matter which one you pick. There is no wrong way to do it. Just use your intuition. Use the one you're drawn to the most. You can be drawn to more than one pile. This is similar to pick a card. If you don't know how it works, basically you just pick one pile and then whatever you pick is the one for you, is the pile for you, is the reading for you. So I will give you a moment, okay? I will let you pick and then we'll go from there. So, if you chose the bone paired with the quartz crystal, this reading is for you. I just want to let you know that my readings are timeless. So whenever you see this is when you're meant to see it. Doesn't really matter if it resonates now or a few years from now. Energy doesn't run on time. So, I haven't even drawn cards yet, and it's already, right? It's like, let's go. Okay, I'm already channeling her. I have been since I hit record, and I'm just doing exactly what she's telling me to do. So, I'm ready to shuffle. Let's go. I'm only doing this so you can see what's going on in the camera. Oh, there you go. I don't have a particular spread or way of doing things. I just do as I'm told, pretty much. And that's that. I have to do preparation beforehand, too. I'm seeing a tree with a sun, so I don't know if some of you have wanted to go out, not just go out into nature. You've been feeling the air of abundance soon. This is all past energy here, so I'm going to just put this to the side. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know if you can. Like I said, I don't really have a particular spread or way of doing things, so just bear with me as, oh, awakening. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Now, just so you guys know, this deck, this is the Muse Tarot, and in this particular deck, they replaced the swords, wands, pentacles, and swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. Thank you. With different words. So the suits themselves have different words. So voices, okay? Voices is swords energy. So that's air. Inspiration, that's wands energy. So fire. And then emotions are cups energy. So water. And then pentacles are materials in this deck. So that will be earth energy. I will tell you the names of the cards as they are known in the traditional Rider-Waite system, so that way you understand what they are. Anyway, so put at the bottom of the deck when I'm just initially shuffling. Oh, I'm sorry, this is my first time recording. Is the Muse of Materials. Okay, that's usually the Page of Wands in other decks. Or, sorry, the Page of Pentacles in other decks. So, that's an energy of you're just starting to get your shit together. It's good. We have Awakening and the Hierophant. There's, of course, a sense of commitment to your goals. And you're finally getting out of this slump that you've been in for so long. And the tree that I'm seeing is at the top of a hill and somebody's like wanting to climb it. I'm not getting that you're at this hill yet. I'm not seeing anyone, but it's at the top of a hill and it's being viewed from far away, which means that you could see the abundance over the horizon. I'm sorry if you hear my cat. He's quite the chatterbox, but anyway. So you're seeing all your goals and everything that you want all at the top of a hill, and you're just working your ass off to get there, but you're not really sure how. It almost feels like you're stuck a little bit, but you're starting to get out of that. For this pile one people, you have Awakening and the Hierophant. Now the Awakening is specific to this deck. It's not going to be shown in other decks, but the way I interpret this is literal spiritual awakening. I'm hearing Dark Night of the Soul for some of you. So there's a group of you that are going through Dark Night of the Soul. If you don't know what Dark Night of the Soul is, go ahead and Google it and see, what specifically applies to your situation. But to give you a brief explanation, Dark Night of the Soul is usually a really dark period of your life where you're going through some sort of spiritual awakening, or you're awakening your psychic abilities, where you're awakening any empathic abilities that you might have. I'm feeling a lot of water energy amongst you guys. Freyja, she is a goddess that associates with the sign of Cancer. So that's probably one of the most sensitive signs in the zodiac as a whole, aside from Pisces. I think Pisces is more sensitive, but I digress. But, and I noticed that, in this particular card, the, light is shining from this woman's heart. So there's a lot of you that are going through, yes, massive heartbreak, massive change. And I'm hearing massive emotional trauma. Oh my God, what the hell are you guys going through? I'm so sorry. I'm seeing a lot of, I'm hearing, just arguing. So there's a group of you that are, or even just one of you, it doesn't really matter how many, but there's someone out there or a group of people out there. She's saying, Freyja is saying someone out there is going through, I'm guessing, fighting with their families? Because there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of tension here, and I'm even feeling tenseness. I've been feeling tenseness in my neck all day, and I usually don't insert myself into readings, but, for the purpose of you understanding what it is I'm trying to say, Freyja is having me use this experience to tell you guys that I was actually recently in a car accident on January 10th, 2021. Okay. Yes, this reading is timeless. So if you see it, in the future, it's okay. This will still be relevant to you at the time that you see it. Okay. So I was in a car accident on January 10th, 2021. Okay. There was some guy and he hit me in the back on the left side. And I've been feeling, I've had injuries on the left side of my body since then, going from my neck, the back of my neck, all the way down to my hips. I have also had an injury in my right ankle, since the right ankle is where if you don't drive, your right ankle is usually used to accelerate and to brake in a car. Okay. My neck does feel tenseness from time to time since the accident, and I am still going to physical therapy at the time of making this video, but I do still go to physical therapy to, release the tension in my neck, and I have to do a lot of yoga stretches and everything to release the tension in my muscles that are caused from the accident. But I've noticed today in particular, that there has been a lot of tenseness in my neck. And I wasn't really understanding why, because it's like no matter how much I kept stretching or relaxing my neck, it kept getting tense again. And even just talking about this, it's getting tense again. And now that I'm doing this reading, it's making sense as to why I'm feeling that tenseness. So going over the other cards here, you have awakening, like I said, which is spiritual awakening. Like I said, some of you are going through the dark night of the soul. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like basically the masculine version of the High Priestess. Some of you know the High Priestess as being the one that's intuitive. She has psychic abilities and everything. But the Hierophant is the masculine energy version of that. The Hierophant is somebody who learns through experience rather than is intuitive. I believe the Hierophant can be intuitive. If some of you are Taurus, that's what I'm getting here, and the Hierophant is straight up Taurus energy, but it doesn't have to be. Even so, though, it feels like a lot of you are learning through going through your experience through awakening, meaning that instead of just like intuitively learning everything because you're still waking up to that, the Hierophant is teaching you, the Hierophant energy is basically learning through, God, I can't speak, learning through practical experience, practical physical experience. So there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of, arguments in the household. There's, it's like people you can't stand being around. Yeah. So there's a lot going on from what I'm seeing. There's a group of you There's a group, I'm hearing there's a group of you who are in a relationship that you need to get out of. So, sorry, I'm just trying to make it so that everything can be viewed. It's kind of hard to do when you can't fully see everything. Because I don't have like a, I'm using my phone to record, so I don't have a way to view it. But anyway. So, it's just funny. But anyway, so I'm being told there's a lot of, like, there is a relationship, a toxic relationship that you guys need to get out of. Because there's a lot of arguments, abuse, emotional manipulation. Somebody is being beat. Oh my God. Like, okay, if you are being physically abused, get the fuck out of there and call for help. Okay? Go to the authorities. I've been in an abusive situation myself, okay? And I know it's not easy to get help, but I'm telling you this as someone who was formerly abused, get help, okay? Even seek help in family members or friends that will definitely understand you, that are by your side. I'm being told there are no family members or friends by your side. So I don't know if some of you are living far away from your family, but whoever is your support system, just rely on them. I'm going to leave a link to BetterHelp in the description box below. I'm not being sponsored or anything. This video is not sponsored, but I still think it's a very important service that people can use. So go ahead, link is in the description box below. BetterHelp, if you're watching this, go ahead, sponsor me. I got you. Okay, we have the Ace of Voices, which is the Ace of Swords, which is the beginning of sudden change. We have the owl here, and the owl, I'm thinking Native American culture for some reason, or not Native American culture, because there's different cultures within the Native American tribes. But I'm seeing like a darker owl. When I look at this owl, I'm seeing a darker owl. So the owl can signify the death of someone, but I'm interpreting it as death of the spirit, which makes sense if you're going through an awakening. Something in your life needs to die. It doesn't have to be an actual physical death. Okay? And then there's sudden change about to happen. But it's not shocking sudden change like the tower would be. I'm speaking as if you guys know what the hell I'm talking about, but I'm a little nervous. Sorry. But anyway, but the Ace of Voices is just sudden change that you knew was going to happen. You knew this was coming. And that's why you have the Muse of Inspiration, which is basically the Knight of Wands. So you're like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's party. And you have the Four of Voices. Usually the Four of Voices or Four of Swords, it could be like an energy of maybe feeling trapped. But from what I'm getting from this, it's an energy of like you closing your eyes to the obvious. Like you don't want to realize what the hell is going on with you. Okay? You think everything is just fucking rose tinted and everything's going to be fine and jolly, but that's no. And there's a weird duality in it all because with the Eight of Voices, the Eight of Swords, yeah, this just supports what I was saying. This just supports what I'm saying. Even though you are in an energy of feeling trapped, you're still trying to close your eyes to everything and see things through rose-tinted glasses. But that's not going to work. It's not going to work for very long. You knew this change was coming. You knew it. And there's a weird duality, like I was saying, because you have the Knight of Wands here. You're like, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get shit done. Let's do everything we got to do. And then there's the Hierophant, which is, when I see major arcana like this, Major Arcana is basically the names of actual cards rather than suits like this. Okay. Okay. The Hierophant is number 5 in the tarot. What does 5 symbolize in numerology? 5 symbolizes major change. It's major change. Something that needs to be done. So, in terms of what I was describing before, there are toxic situations that you guys are in. There's a group of you that's in abusive relationships. There is a group of you that's in toxic family relationships. There's a group of you, I'm being told there's a group of you that are winning court cases as well. Court cases, and you're like, okay, this needs to be solved quickly because I gotta do shit. I gotta do what I gotta do. But be patient. You need to be patient. The outcome that you want is coming, but you need to be patient before that can happen. And when it does come, then you can celebrate and you can finally just be like, you know what? See how I just realized there's two, well, there's a reflection of, you know, the same woman. There's a reflection, right? See this in the card. There we go. There is a reflection of this woman. The moon is behind her. The moon is usually like the unknown. It's very powerful energy. Very powerful feminine energy. But it looks like this bitch is ready to party. She's got her wings. She is awakening. Get the fuck out of this energy. I'm not even going to apologize for using profanity because this is how I talk. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Get out of this energy. Who are you? Who are you people? Okay? Like, you guys are great. I know you are because, hello, you're watching this video. Duh. But, you know, it's funny because here we go. Now I'm being directed to this. 10 of Voices, which is 10 of Swords in other decks. And what is the 10 of Swords? A 10 of Air in other decks too. That's basically harsh reality kicking in. But it's finally an ending. It's the last bits of a harsh reality kicking in. I keep looking at this awakening card. Yeah. This is what you're experiencing while going through this. It feels like you are being stabbed in all directions of your body, with this being the outcome. The 10 becomes the 1. What is the 1? 1 is beginnings, new beginnings, right? The 2 is right after. 2 plus 0, obviously 2. Okay. Feel your pain. Feel your pain. And then you have 2 materials here. 2 materials, which is 2 of Pentacles in other decks, talks about balance, especially balance, financial balance. It could be balance within your home, balance in your life in general. I almost said genital. No. But this is basically balance in all things practical and physical, because this is straight up earth energy. I'm feeling a lot of Taurus here. There's some Virgo as well, and Pisces, but this is generally earth materials or pentacles, this earth energy. Okay. What's funny is at the time of me making this video, we're actually in Aries season of 2021. Aries season has just started, and Aries is a sign that, you know, is really go, 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 go. You know, it's a fire sign. It's the youngest sign in the zodiac. Okay. And because it's the youngest sign in the zodiac, it's also the most childlike sign of the zodiac. And what does that mean? Well, it means that it has the vigor of a child. It has the energy of a young child. Not to say that other signs like have the energy of an old man. Although Capricorn, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, Capricorn is like, I like you guys. I have Capricorn in my chart too, but Capricorn is the energy of, I'm so sick of you guys. Y'all, it's old man energy. But we stand that energy on this channel. We do. Okay? I love it. I'm just joking here. But in all seriousness, when you feel your pain, when you go through that energy and you're able to awaken everything, you come into balance with yourself. Everything starts to make sense. And this is where the Hierophant energy is a major theme in your life, because like I said, it's number 5. 5 talks about major change. And I keep seeing 7. Like, I keep wanting to add the 5 and the 2. Okay? I keep wanting to add the 5 and the 2. I was wanting to add the 5 and the 2 in here, and I'm wanting to add the 5 and the 2 in here. And sorry, I'm not completely versed in numerology, so give me a sec. I'm just looking it up here. Numerology meaning. In numerology, the number 7 symbolizes the seeker. There is no end to this number's sense of curiosity. A person governed by 7 never accepts things at face value, feeling that much of life is superficial. They yearn to see what's behind the door, behind door number 3, and the man behind the curtain. What does 7 mean in numerology? It's a number of introspection and inner wisdom. 7 tends to be perceptive and astute and able to analyze problems to find viable solutions. And this is what I was saying. When you go through your pain, you come into balance with yourself. You learn practicality. You learn things. And you start to see things for what they really are. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point down the line, if I'm told to do a reading again for the same group of people, you would get the High Priestess in here. I'm seeing the High Priestess in my mind's eye, so yeah. Freyja is just laughing at me like, yeah, bitch, that's right. Okay. Because like I said, the Hierophant is the masculine version of the High Priestess. At least it is to me. That's how I interpret it. It's just, instead of using intuition and just, being clairsentient, like just knowing things, you are learning things on a physical level by going through everything you're going through right now. So that's what I was talking about. I'm seeing a tire. So I'm still channeling all this, by the way. Like, this entire time I've been channeling. So It's like if you have tires on your car and the tires, they're so old and you keep saying that you're going to go change them, you're going to go change them. And you don't change them, and eventually, okay, now I'm seeing an entire car. It's like an old beat up fucking jalopy, all right? You're going to need to trade in your car, or at least sell your car for parts, or just sell the car, period, and get a new one. Put a down payment on a new car. It's time for you to invest in your future. And that doesn't necessarily mean monetarily invest. This could also be emotionally investing. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm being told. This could also be emotionally investing. Let in new love. Let in new relationships. Let in new opportunities. And when you do that, all will be clear to you. Thank you. We have more. I don't know why she said thank you. I'm just going to go with it though. But we do have a little more, so give me a sec. Okay. I'm going to change how I'm doing this because not how I'm shuffling, but how I'm actually filming, because I want you, or recording, because I want you guys to see what I'm doing. And I want to be able to, I usually shuffle a little faster than this, but okay. Oh, wow. You have the Nine of Materials, which is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I'm being told this is an emphasis of a message, not the reverse meaning. I do honor reversals on this channel, and that's just because I don't believe in picking and choosing the messages that I read. It's just, I know what I know, but it's in reverse. I've gotten this in reverse as well, so maybe this message is partially for me too. I don't know. The world signifies completion of a cycle. Everything's good. It's like, all right, you're done. On to the next. But it's not like the death card where it's like a death and rebirth. No, this is, you finally finished everything. Good job. Here's a gold star for you, except instead of a gold star, you get a globe. Okay, here's a gold star for your efforts. There you go. Have fun. I mean, if anything, what I'm seeing here is happiness, and you finally coming to terms with everything that is happening in your life. Shadow work, I'm being told, needs to be done. Okay, because you're going to integrate your trauma with, you're going to confront your trauma with the physical side of you, in the light side of you, so that way it can't control you anymore. But that's not most of you, though. Only some. But for most of you, when you finally let yourself experience that trauma, that pain, and you learn from it, you'll have completed a karmic cycle that will grant you to go to the top of that tree. And I'm seeing it's like in a first person view. I'm seeing someone who's like walking up the hill with ease, and they finally go to that tree and they're picking an apple from that tree. So they're bearing the fruits of their labor, which I usually interpret the Nine of Materials as being such. It was in reverse. So. But I usually interpret that as being such. What's funny is that behind it is the Five of Emotions. And the Four of Emotions. Emotions in this deck is Cups. Okay. 5 plus 4, 9. Just like this. Don't get cocky though when you finally reach where you need to be. Just because you learn what you need to learn from your experiences doesn't mean you know everything. So stay humble, okay? And learn that this is only the beginning. You're finally going to let new love into your life. It doesn't always mean relationships either. Like, it doesn't mean that you'll meet your soulmate or twin flame or what have you, right? It could mean new love for yourself. It could mean the toxic. God, I can't speak. It could mean the purging of toxic people from your life. That's another thing. I've been stumbling upon my words today, and my throat chakra feels like a little blocked. So there's people that have been suppressing your need to speak, which is what I was talking about before. You know, some of you are being emotionally manipulated, emotionally abused, specifically by narcissists. And what does a narcissist like to do? A narcissist likes to gaslight. What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is basically making the other person think that their perception of reality isn't true when it is true. So, for example, if someone is calling you, let's just say they're calling you a butt, right? I know it's such a petty argument, like a petty thing to do or a petty thing to say, but just listen, okay? So someone is calling you a butthead, right? And they just call you that over and over again. And you tell them to stop calling you a butthead. And then they tell you, well, I'm not calling you a butthead. Why are you thinking that I'm calling you a butthead? But they keep calling you a butthead. And then you tell them, like, no, you're calling me a butthead. And they're just like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. You're crazy. You're like, no, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. And then you start questioning, are they really calling me a butthead? I'm sorry, I can't take that example seriously, but it's the same kind of concept. It's like I said, somebody telling you that your perception of reality isn't true, even though it's not perception, it's fact. Okay, what you're perceiving is fact. So, like I said, don't get cocky. You may learn from this experience, but you don't know everything, and you will continue to learn, which is why the number 7 keeps coming to my mind. Number 7. 21 plus 5 is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then the number 3 as well. 7 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, which is 10. The 10 becomes a 1, new beginnings. So that's all for now, pile 1. I really hope that this helped you. So I really hope that, for those of you that need it, take advantage of the link I put in the description box below for BetterHelp. It's a therapy service. It's an online therapy service where you can get connected to therapists of all kinds. Some of them are tailored for different needs. Some of them, for those of you who are LGBT, some therapists do specialize in LGBT related issues. So if you do happen to fall in that category, then that's also a good topic for you, or a good option for you. Even if you don't, it's fine. You could take a quiz and they customize to help you find therapists that would be suitable for you. And they have all different types of pricing. Okay. And they also have financial aid as well. So I know right now we're in a pandemic and a lot of people are struggling, but I would definitely take advantage of it. Okay, especially since we're in a pandemic and a lot of us are in isolation. Okay, for those who are in countries and states in the United States where they're in isolation and they can't really do much. Okay, I recommend it. So, we love you. Okay, much love to you, Pile 1, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, if you chose the bone with the rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. This is pile 2. Okay, so if you chose the rose quartz with the bone, this reading's for you. Ooh, my fingernail's dirty. Sorry about that. It's been an interesting time during my part of COVID. Okay, so this is an obsidian crystal, right? Obsidian, it's good for Sagittarius and also for Aries as well. Just in general for fire signs. Even if you're not a fire sign, it's okay. But this crystal is, it's for protection. Now, it's very reflective and shiny, as you can see. So you probably see my camera in the, I don't know if you can see it or not. But either way, it symbolizes protection. And what's funny is before I started the reading, or before I started this for pile 2, the original rose quartz that I had on here actually fell under my friend's altar. She has an altar in here. She's my roommate. And I can't find it. It's like it disappeared. Like it fell under one of the tables here somewhere and it disappeared. So, and while I was looking for it, Freyja was like, oh, it looks like somebody lost their love. Those weren't her exact words, but that's basically what she was saying. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. And I was thinking that. I was, intuitively thinking that as soon as, as the rose quartz fell. See, rose quartz is symbolic. For people who know crystals, anyone knows, a lot of people know that rose quartz is symbolic of love. Okay? It's the crystal that attracts love. It's the crystal that attracts positivity. And we as humans, the highest vibration that we can attune ourselves to is love. But the fact that the original rose quartz that I had fallen, and Freyja said something along the lines of somebody lost their love. I don't know if that's like an interpretation for a relationship, but it could be. I'm channeling right now through her. Or not through her. I'm channeling her right now. Okay. Someone has lost their love. This can be, for a group of you, this can be your relationships. Yeah, that's I'm definitely feeling that. Yeah. For a group of you, this is your relationships. For a group of you, this is self-love. This is love of friends. In Greek philosophy, there's 7 types of love. I don't remember all the names of them. I'm going to list them in the description box below. But one of them is Eros, which is sexual love. Some of you are having troubles with your own sexuality. And even though to some people sexuality isn't a form of love, it can be a form of self-love that is gratifying your own body, but in a way that's healing to you. So some of you may be engaging in sex magic and not even knowing it. Now, for the first group, I didn't need to pull the oracle deck here that I have. This is the Enchanted Oracle. I'm going to put the Amazon link to it in the description box below, or the link to where I bought it in the description box below. But for this particular pile, it looks like I will need to pull some cards from here. So be aware of that. I'm going to put that up here. Okay. Because Freyja was like, hey, you gotta pull cards from this deck. And I'm like, I bet. I didn't answer her like that, but she knows how I talk. It's fine. I'm pretty respectful to the deities. Okay. But it's just weird how that fell as I was setting everything up. It's just weird. And then I couldn't find it. I know where it fell, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know what's going on with some of you, but we're about to find out. But I'm feeling that a lot of you have lost something important in particular in terms to love. There's, you know, this came out in the first reading as well. 8 of Voices. There's a feeling of being trapped. I'm seeing the Devil card in my mind's eye. Sometimes I'll see cards intuitively and they won't come out. They won't come out in here as well. Like, they won't be shown. Sometimes they confirm it, sometimes they don't need, sometimes they feel like they don't need to. The deities are just kind of funny like that. I work with deities, in case you guys don't know. Now, if you are watching this, then it is meant for you. There's a message in here that's meant for you. It doesn't necessarily mean that every single thing is going to resonate. Sorry, I had a cat hair on there. It doesn't mean that every single thing is going to resonate, but there is something in here for you. And I know it seems like I'm rambling, that I'm not really saying anything, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm saying everything I'm saying. There's a reason why she's having me channel her the way that she's having me channel, okay? Freyja is not someone that just does things for the sake of doing them. Wow. The Page of Swords came out. What? Okay, she's going to put this back. So we will do that. 3 of Wands comes out. Okay. And as I said in pile 1, I don't have a particular spread or way of doing things. So you're just going to see me just pulling cards. It seems random, I know, but it's not. I'm just pulling them and just intuitively like putting them as I feel. Okay. So 8 of Voices is your energy right now. This feeling of, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know, you know, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. But it's funny because you have 3 of Wands here, which is the 3 of Inspiration. Sorry, I had to start recording again, so there's going to be a cut because my camera was just acting really funny. But just continuing on from what I was saying. There are 3 of Wands here, or the 3 of Inspiration as it's set on this deck here. The dominoes, I'm being told the dominoes will fall as dominoes are in here, and the wheel keeps turning. Everything has its karmic cycle. And what's funny is that, you know, during the time of making this, we just had the 2021 spring equinox. And on the night of March 20th, I believe it was, on the night of March 20th, we had a half moon. And I was particularly paying attention to this moon, okay, out of all the moons in here. I was particularly paying attention to this moon. This is the wheel. In a lot of decks, it's known as just the Wheel of Fortune. But the wheel symbolizes like sudden luck. It's also symbolic of, you know, karmic cycles needing to continue forward. And so the fact that you have this come up in here tells me that it doesn't really matter what you feel like you've lost. I'm not saying that your pain doesn't matter or that your feelings aren't valid. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Okay? Don't misunderstand what Freyja is trying to convey. This is just an energy. This is just her being like, listen, I know it feels like you've lost a lot. But there are things coming for you that you don't even know. Someone is going to contact you. There's a person that you have been waiting for contact from. This can be an ex-lover, a twin flame, someone you know is a soulmate, okay? I'm still channeling, okay? So, someone you know is a soulmate, someone that you know is meant for you, which is funny because Queen of Cups came in here, Queen of Emotions. Who is the Queen of Cups? This, by the way, all of these, if I say feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. We all have feminine and masculine energy, okay? Which is funny. The Hermit came out as well. Hermit is Virgo energy. As I said in the first reading, you know, I'm feeling some Virgo energy, but this is straight up Virgo energy, which is 9. The 9, you know, 9 is the last bit before we reach the ending of a karmic cycle. I'm seeing the Death card intuitively as well. I don't know if it'll come out in this reading or not. Who knows, okay? Freyja does whatever the hell she wants to do. So we'll just go with it. She's laughing at me and shaking her head like, bitch, just continue. Okay. But who is the Queen of Emotions? I don't know why, but I was thinking that this lady was like all tattooed up to her neck. So some of you might have tattoos, you know, going up your neck. That's what I'm seeing here. Really cool tattoos too. So I don't know if that's confirmation for somebody. But the Queen of Emotions or Queen of Cups is somebody that is probably just a step below the High Priestess. But that isn't to say that she's not powerful or even just as powerful as the High Priestess. It's just that the Queen of Cups is strictly more intuitive to her emotions rather than all psychic abilities as a whole. That's how I see it anyway. There is no right or wrong interpretation. But the Queen of Emotions is somebody that knows her heart more than anything. Her heart is open waters. In fact, I was looking at the center here, and this is like, you know, just, it looks like the bottom of the ocean, but it's basically just looking into the ocean, and it's very vast in there. You can see it's vast, but you can only see from looking through a window, but you haven't actually gotten into it yet. So this is a person who is deep. They know themselves, or they're getting to know themselves well. And that's why the Hermit is coming in. You're going within. And so you may have felt like, and it's funny, the Hanged Man, sometimes I'm called to draw cards from different parts of the deck. So I'm just intuitively being drawn to draw from the bottom of the deck. So we have the Hanged Muse. It's also known as the Hanged Man in other decks. Boom. 3 major arcana here. Okay. Yes, you have these. And the fact that I'm layering these on top of one another, especially layering these 2 on top of the 8 of Voices, which is the 8 of Swords energy, it tells me that you're coming out of this energy. Even Freyja is just like nodding her head like, yeah, you right. But you are coming out of this energy of feeling like you're trapped because, yes, you have lost something. Like I said, it could be self-love. It could be that for a moment you got lost. You lost yourself because you were letting someone control you. You were letting someone get into your head. This is like what I was saying with pile 1. Is how there was a group of people in pile 1 that were in narcissistic relationships, or I shouldn't say narcissistic relationships, but relationships with a narcissist. So this might be a continuation for some of you in pile 1. But in any case, some of you have lost yourselves. You've lost yourselves, okay? You didn't know what you were doing. But it's okay. Shit happens, all right? It's just shit happens. Okay? And that's why Freyja was saying the dominoes will fall, as is illustrated in this picture, and the wheel keeps turning. Basically, life goes on. And you may have you may have felt like you've lost a lot, but you haven't. You haven't lost as much as you think you have. You're halfway there. That's why I was paying attention to this half moon here. You're halfway there. Now, how do you know you're halfway there? Well, you're starting to know yourself a little more. Queen of Emotions. You're realizing how deep and empathic and intuitive you actually are with your emotions. Feeling a lot of Pisces energy here. Some, you may have Pisces in your chart. You may not. That's fine. Don't have to. But in any case, I was going to put the deck down. She's like, don't put the deck down yet. So, okay. You the boss. All right. But you may have felt like you lost something, but you haven't lost as much as you think. And like I said, you're getting to know yourself a little more. You're letting things fall as they may. You're just letting shit happen. Which is what the Hanged Muse is about, the Hanged Man. It's about surrendering, especially surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the universe, and just asking the universe, is like, what is it that I'm supposed to be learning from all of this? Why I'm feeling all of this shit. What am I supposed to be learning from all this? And you might be scared. It's okay. Because underneath this Hanged Muse, you can see the mountains in here. It's pointy. And when you're falling from that and it's below, that, you have your eyes closed and that you could probably die from falling, but you're just going to trust the universe anyway, which is all-seeing eye right here, universe. There's a door that opens. I'm not just interpreting imagery here, and honestly, I wasn't even looking at the imagery at the time of me pulling this card. I'm just calling it like I see it, and like I said, I'm channeling. But Freyja wants you to understand that the imagery matches with the emotions that you're feeling, that you're more than likely experiencing. Everything that you're more than likely experiencing right now matches what's here. And she actually wanted me to use this deck in particular. A lot of people that I work with wanted me to use this deck in particular. I wasn't really sure why, but it seems like this deck really speaks to water energy. I have major water placements in my chart, and some of you who are watching this do as well, from what I'm getting. Okay. You don't have to. I'm just saying that's just what I'm feeling. But you're surrendering. You're finally just like letting shit go. You're more worried about yourself and paying attention to what's within you rather than what everybody else wants from you. So other people may be telling you you should be a lawyer, but you don't want to be a lawyer. Maybe you want to be a doctor. Maybe you want to be an artist. Maybe you want to be a medium. I don't know. But I mean, there's a good chunk of you that have strong psychic abilities. So that may be something that you're wanting to get into. But even if it isn't, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm just trying to illustrate an example here for you to really help you understand. Okay? The Eight of Inspiration here. Oh my God, it's so funny. The mood. The mood also comes in. Where I was saying, you could be scared, you have your eyes closed and you know that you could die. The mood is the unknown. Going into the unknown. I'm telling you, it's so crazy how, like, the synchronicities of everything I'm saying are fucking nuts. I love it. I love it. She said, don't put the deck down yet. Okay. I get excited sometimes because it's like, I honestly can't even believe the shit that comes out of my mouth sometimes, but when it makes sense, it makes sense. The Eight of Inspiration, as I was saying in the intro, the inspiration is Wands energy, which is fire energy. There's a lot of fire in your charts as well. So some of you may be like major fire water placements, just like me. Hello. Okay. But you have the Eight of Inspiration here. The Eight of Inspiration or the Eight of Wands is fast movement, very fast movement. And I think it's one of the fastest moving cards in the entirety of tarot. Okay, next to the Chariot. But this is an energy of go, 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 go. And as I was saying before, sudden communication from somebody that you were waiting for. This could be a lover. This could be a friend. This could be someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time. So somebody that maybe has an ambiguous relationship to you. And you don't know what's to come of it, which is why you have the Moon and the Hangman. You don't know what's to come. You're sitting there looking at the moon like, what do I do? What's going on? What's going to end up with this person? You're probably watching this reading, wondering to yourself, wait, I was looking for a love reading and now you're saying all this bullshit? Like, when are you going to tell me that I'm going to end up with this person? I'm not going to tell you whether you're going to end up with this person. Freyja's not here for that. Freyja wants you to know, okay, that love is not always just, I'm going to meet them, I'm going to meet the love of my life, everything is going to be great. 99.99% of the time, it doesn't end up that way, okay? There's a lot that goes into a loving relationship. You may be a little too all over the place, as is illustrated by the Seven of Voices. You still have shit you need to go through here. Karmic shit that you need to clear out so you can cross this bridge and so you can get to the other side so you can reach that sun, which is abundance, happiness, joy. Notice how in a lot of these there's a sun. In a lot of these cards there's a sun. That comes out, especially in the Hanged Muse, the Seven of Voices, and the Hermit. But you're going within yourself and you're trying to learn more about yourself. You're trying to understand what it is that makes you tick. What it is, see, Queen of Emotions here. What it is that makes you tick. What it is that you need to know. And in order to be in a loving and happy relationship, you need to know yourself first and foremost. Sorry, my camera's shaking because my leg was near it. And I talk a lot using my hands. But you need to know yourself first before going into a happy and loving relationship. Because I have a very strong feeling that a lot of you were in some sort of karmic relationship where you didn't really know yourself well enough to know what it is that you don't want out of someone. And so because that person knew that you didn't know yourself that well, they took advantage of you and they decided that it was a good idea to do whatever it is that they did to you, whether it was gaslighting, any other form of emotional manipulation, okay? whether it was straight up beating you, okay? I'm not going to say it. No, keep my mouth shut, keep myself out of this. Listen, girl or guy, whoever you're watching, I'm just letting you know that you got someone supporting you over here, okay? Because I'd beat that motherfucker's ass for you. I'll play. All right. That was my Aries rising kicking in. Let me shut up. All right. But in any case, back to the reading. Channeling again. Okay. Some of you have Leo, not all of you. The Strength card came in here. Again, another sun. A Strength card is straight up Leo energy. Okay? And what's funny is that I was just talking about fighting a motherfucker. Oh my God, it's crazy. Like, I know some things seem like I'm just talking out of my ass or whatever. Like, just saying things that I don't even know what I'm talking about. But everything gets calculated. Even if I don't realize it, it's calculated. It's all divinely guided. It's great. Freyja's just smiling at me. I can see her. She's smiling at me. She's like, hey, yeah, you're getting it. Cool. This person didn't want you to see what was meant for you. They didn't want you to see your strength. They didn't want you to see your own power. They didn't want you to just let shit happen. No, they wanted you to stay in a little cocoon, to stay in this, well, where is it? Sorry. They wanted you to stay in, sorry, my battery was like, hey, it's dying. They wanted you to stay in this energy of not knowing what the hell you want out of life and feeling trapped, so that way they can emotionally manipulate you and do whatever it is that they wanted to do to you. Why? Power. Control. Someone I know, someone very dear to me, actually had this sort of thing happen to them by someone they know. They weren't in a relationship with this person, but it was by someone that they trusted. And so through that, this person that was dear to me was able, even though that person is going through hardship because of the trauma that they endured, they're coming out of this energy, just like you're coming out of this energy of feeling trapped, of feeling emotionally unstable. That's why it was hidden underneath everything else. That's why it was just like everything else is piled up on top of it, because that shit doesn't matter, because that person is pissed off, okay? That person is pissed off that you decided to say F them. I don't know why I'm saying F, but F them or fuck them, okay? Because you are knowing yourself more. You decided, you know what? I'm going to do me. Hermit. And what is the hermit? Like I said, going into yourself. Knowing what it is that you want. Okay? Getting to know yourself better. And yes, it's scary. Okay? It's scary because you're closing your eyes, you're letting go, and you're not knowing what's going to happen next. And that's where the moon comes in. Okay? Major Pisces energy. And like I was saying, a lot of you have Pisces, and I'm feeling a lot of Pisces energy. I got a Pisces moon. I can definitely feel when someone's got Pisces in their chart. Okay? And this is why she was saying the world keeps going. The world keeps spinning. The wheel keeps turning. Because things are going to happen as they do. I don't know why I'm seeing someone wearing a blue shirt. Somebody is wearing a blue shirt right now at the time of them watching this. I'm just saying. I don't know who it is. Somebody's wearing a blue shirt. It's like a royal blue too. What's funny is the two of Freyja was saying to put this down. I was hesitant myself, but I need to. I'm surrendering. Okay, I'm in this hang muse energy myself. Okay, but I'm surrendering, and I'm letting you know this is coming. This is the result of everything you're working for in this energy of knowing yourself, of getting to know yourself. You are strong enough to do all this too. You might have gotten some discouragement. Some of you might be in contact with, that person that you were with, or that person that you were surrounding yourself by. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could also be a family member. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker. Okay? So take it as it resonates, because it's not always going to be a straight up relationship. If you feel like it resonates for a family member, even if I'm talking about a relationship, then take it as it is, because like I said, there is something in here for you. Okay, I can finally put the deck down. Okay. Now let me explain. Two emotions here, which is Two of Cups. Two of Cups, some people will think of it as the relationship card. Like, oh yay, a relationship is coming. Not always. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be coming together with yourself, the merging of masculine and feminine energy, which is vital for any person's spirit to function. You need both masculine and a balance of masculine and feminine energy in there. This could, for some of you, it is a relationship. Maybe you're getting with somebody that you knew, someone that you have feelings for, somebody that wanted you to get out of whatever the hell it is that you were into. And it's finally just like, yeah, I'm going to get with this person. It's going to be great. They're a soulmate. For very few of you, I'm being told, very few of you, there's a twin flame connection. I'm seeing like a silhouette of two individuals, okay, and their hearts are connected through like a very strong, unbreakable cord. For those of you who question what a twin flame is, because I'm sure you've heard that term thrown around a lot, a twin flame is just a single soul that is split into two different bodies. So when you are near this person, when you are with this person, you feel complete. But like soulmates, twin flame relationships aren't always romantic. It's very rare that a twin flame relationship is romantic. For those of you who are in this group that I'm describing, it is romantic. Oh wow. As soon as I said that, dog started barking. Like, yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. So, I'm just trying to balance this so that it stops shaking. The camera stops shaking. For some of you, you're finally collaborating on a work project that you've been wanting to do. Which is funny because, okay, sorry. When I get quiet like that, I'm just listening to messages really quick. I'm still channeling though. For some of you, like I said, you're finally getting to work on a project that you've been wanting to do, but you weren't able to do it for the longest time. It's funny because earlier today, I was actually watching. I was actually watching some video essays of the Silent Hill series. If you guys don't know what that is, Silent Hill is a video game series. It came out. The first game came out in 1999. Okay, and it's been coming out like every few years ever since. Okay, it's a survival horror type of it's a survival horror video game franchise. Okay, and Silent Hill is probably one of the Silent Hill 2 in particular is probably one of the best horror video games of all time. So, psychological horror, not survival horror. Psychological horror. I always get the two mixed up. What's funny is that in that particular one, or just in Silent Hill in general, Silent Hill, the town of Silent Hill is going to look like whatever is reflective of the person that's visiting it. So in the second video game, which, funny, mentioning number 2, Silent Hill 2, and this all has a purpose, so just bear with me while I explain this to you. So in the second video game in particular, Silent Hill 2, it is about a man, an average guy, average American man, named James, and he goes to the town of Silent Hill to find his wife Mary because of a letter that he had received from Mary. Now, the funny thing about this is that prior to the events of the game, his wife had died 3 years prior. But still, he received a letter from her telling him that she's waiting in their special place in the town of Silent Hill. So he goes to the town of Silent Hill. And when you start the game, okay, or even if you just look up clips of the game, you'll see that James is not really the healthiest. He's not in the best condition, okay? You know, he looks unhealthy. He looks like he's drained, like life has just gotten the best of him, right? And then it turns out that, and this is just me spoiling the game, so spoilers ahead if you're, but if you're not interested in video games, I'm sure you're not going to care. But spoiler, he actually killed his own wife and then forgot about it entirely. Like, he blocked it out because of how traumatic it was for him to do so. And throughout the game, the monsters in the game are actually reflections of James's James's feelings about Mary. So his wife Mary had gotten an illness that was deteriorating her physical body, okay? And because of that, she was getting more and more grotesque, and more frustrated with life. And she was taking a lot of frustrations out on James, which was making him very, very angry, very, exhibiting internal toxic behaviors, which is something that is very common of water and earth signs when they are in, when they're in their negative form, when they're in their inverse form, which is, it's funny, 2 emotions, which is water, right? Okay. And I was saying, I'm feeling a lot of water and earth energy from you guys. And so the monsters range from anywhere reflecting of what Mary looked like when she was, when she was dying and in bed, to overtly sexualized monsters that are reflective of James's sexual frustration, to a literal manifestation of his wife in the form of a woman named Maria, who she's not even a real person, but she's everything that James would have wanted out of a feminine figure. Water is a feminine element. If you look at the symbol of water, it's actually an upside down triangle with a line through it, I think. Yeah. Upside down triangle with a line through it. Anything that is an upside down, any element that's that has an upside down triangle is feminine. And by the end of the game, James, if there's several different endings that you could get in the game, but by the end of the game, if you get the normal ending, right, the good ending, James comes to realize that, the monsters in the game, especially one particular monster named Pyramid Head, is punishing him because he feels guilty for murdering his wife. He comes to the realization that the woman who was posing as his wife is not really his wife, and it's just his own manifestation of what he wanted while Mary, his wife, was sick. And then she transforms into a hideous beast as the final boss of the game. And so I'm telling you all of this, and it seems like I'm just rambling on and fangirling about a video game series I like, but hear me out. The reason I'm mentioning all of this to you guys, okay, for those of you watching, is because this person that was in your life before, okay, they're in some sort of illness themselves. It doesn't have to be a physical illness. It could be a spiritual one. It's something that is haunting them. So they could have a very wounded inner child. They could have their own trauma, and they're taking it out on you. Okay? And because of what was going on in their own lives and them taking it out on you, you started to manifest all of these ugly things that you didn't want out of your life. Foxes. Foxes are very sly. You probably were exhibiting a lot of toxic behavior. In fact, you were. You were reflecting your abuser's abuses onto others. The shadow side of you was like, yes, yes, yes. And the light side of you was like, no, no, no. Okay? But you're out of that energy. That's why you felt like, okay, I don't need to be in this anymore. And so now, like I said, some of you are going into a relationship. Some of you are going into a work project. Okay. Some of you are getting in touch with old friends. People that you cared about, that you still care about, but you've lost touch with them because of what you were going through. And this is all confirmation here for somebody, even if it's just for one person. This is all this is all confirmation, letting you know, okay, that you are being offered something good. You are being offered somebody's heart, and because you have experienced that pain and that suffering, and you felt all of those grotesque things that you have taken out on people, that you have this isn't for all of you that have done this. There's a group of you that have done this, which is why I'm saying it in the first place. Okay? And I'm feeling resistance here, and it's not from Freyja. It's whoever is watching this, just know that the messages that I'm delivering are things that you need to know for a reason. And there is no judgment on my end. I want you to know that there is no judgment from Freyja's end either. This is just telling you what was going on, what is going on, and what you can do to heal from here on out. So please don't feel like I'm judging you, or that the spirit is judging you. We're not. Nobody's judging you here. Okay, nobody is vilifying you. Nobody's doing anything like that. We're just explaining the reality. That's all. Okay? So, Okay, I'm being told pull one more card from the top. Nine of Emotions, which is Nine of Cups. Okay. What is Nine of Cups? Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Drinking. Somebody's drinking. Who is drinking? Somebody is pouring red wine in particular. Freyja loves wine. So, you know, if you're pouring some red wine, be like, hey, Freyja, this is for you. Okay? Somebody is pouring themselves a glass of red wine right now and is like, bitch, I'm good. Okay? But the Nine of Emotions, which is the Nine of Cups in other decks, is wish fulfillment. Okay? It's free thinking, free feeling, free, the song, I don't know who sings it, but it's like, I'm free, free falling, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. I don't remember how the rest of the song goes, but it's that song. It's free falling. That's free falling. You're letting things be as they are, and positive, good things are being attracted to you. And this isn't, for people who are looking for just straight up messages of what's going to happen in my future, it's not like that. I want you to know that this is an illustration of your entire journey of what's happening in your particular situation, and it's for a group of people. It's not just one particular person. And there's a reason why you clicked on this video. There's a reason why you clicked on this group. There's a message in here for you, and your soul knows that. You intuitively know that. You can't see all the cards here because there's a lot, but I'm just trying to, to help you guys understand that everything has a beginning and an end. And as Freyja was saying, the wheel keeps turning, the dominoes fall. Basically, life goes on, and you learn your lessons, so don't feel guilty about them, okay? Don't be like James and punish yourself, okay? Like the monsters in the video game Silent Hill 2 were manifestations of James's guilt, okay? And some of you have experienced that guilt, and you've taken it out on other people. But again, I'm not vilifying you. I'm not judging you. No one is judging you here. This is just saying what has happened, but you have learned from that experience. And this could, when I say take it out on people, I don't mean that you were just straight up abusing people. Some of you could have just straight up pushed people away, like good people out of your life. And that's why some of you are going to, are going to get in contact with some friends that you lost, some friends that, that you haven't talked to in a long time, or just people in general. It could be someone that you have special feelings for, that you always have had special feelings for. It could just straight up be someone that, it could just straight up be someone who you might be an acquaintance with, but you could have been better friends with. But you pushed them away because of whatever it is that you were going through. But now that you have gotten through that, now you've had your awakening. Now it's time to reap the rewards. Now it's time to have your wish fulfillment. Now it's time to attract positive manifestations to your life. Bear with me. I'm just, I'm extending my life because now my leg is getting a little, it's falling asleep. Okay, here we go. This is a very awkward position, but it's fine. All right. Maiden Moon, Mermaid Dreams, and Spirit of Yule. Oh, love in December is what I'm hearing. So I normally don't promise time frames because, like I said, everything is timeless. But at the time of you watching, there's going to be some sort of, there's going to be a love a relationship, guaranteed relationship, at the month of December. If you're watching in December, and it's going to be a love, a relationship love, like a romantic relationship that feels like the spirit of winter. That's what I'm being told. It feels like something that's what that means. Because I was like, wait, the spirit of winter, what the hell does that mean? It's going to be a relationship that's very healing to you. Mermaid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay? I've actually been hearing this in a lot of readings from myself. Pay attention to your dreams. And I'm telling you too, pay attention to your dreams, okay? Because there's something in there that's going to be relevant to what's going on in your heart. The fact that it's a mermaid, mermaids are in water. Water symbolizes emotions. Okay? Water is also symbolic of life. So it's anything going on in your heart and in your life in general. Don't be afraid of the unknown. The moon is feminine energy. So embrace your motherfucking feminine energy. Embrace it. Because that's power. And you don't... Sorry, something fell here because I'm extra. And you don't necessarily have to be a woman. It's not irrespective to gender. You can be man, woman. Okay? It's just... Feminine energy is just feminine energy. It just means it's energy that is intuitive, okay? It's energy that is getting in touch with your emotions, with your sensitivity, with your creativity. So I'm seeing some of you making things. I'm seeing people cleansing things. Like I'm seeing in my mind's eye, my altar and me cleansing something. So this is a message for me too. So, but for some of you, okay, this is arts and crafts of any kind. I'm hearing somebody's starting an Etsy store. Hey, get it. All right, get it. Okay, some of you. Oh wow, somebody is going into labor with a baby. Congratulations. Hey. Okay, I hope that baby grows up healthy and happy. But for some of you, this is just a straight up rebirth because you're embracing your feminine energy. You're going into something creative. Go out into nature, maybe. Collect rocks is what I'm being told. Seashells. Ooh. Maybe I need to go pick up some seashells. Damn. Go collect rocks, seashells. Walk on the earth barefoot. Now, if you live in a place where there's still snow or you live in a city and you don't really have a lot of nature, that's fine. Just walking around your house barefoot will work too. Ooh, excuse me. Did not mean to burp. But anyway. And embrace whatever change is going to come. Because it's good. You've done the work that you need to do. And now it's time for healing. It's time for rebirth. It's time for good change. Okay? That's all pile 2. I hope this helped. Thank you. We love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi. I have tried multiple times to record this. It's a little darker now, so you can't see, but I'm going to light candles, and that's going to change here, all right? But I was told already to hit record, and I'm already starting to channel. So, because Freyja don't play. Freyja don't play. So oh, here we go. I'm lighting her candle and everything. This is a candle that I dedicated to her. Okay, she gave me permission to invoke her power, so that's always nice. And I'm just going to cleanse here real quick because, ooh, here we go. You see that? You see that fire? Yeah. And there's there's another candle here, that I'm going to use for light because it's too dark. And I had to go pick up my friend from work. So I wasn't able to record the reading while it was still lighter outside. There's still sunlight outside. I'm so clumsy today. I don't know what's going on. But I told her, I said I wasn't prepared. And she's like, hit record anyway. It's fine. So give me a sec. I'm just cleansing here. For those of you that picked this pile, hi. You picked the lapis lazuli crystal with the bone paired with the lapis lazuli crystal, or lapis lazuli. I don't know how to say it exactly, but trying to get the most out of this, and I can't do that. So, okay. By the way, as soon as I start channeling, this is all part of the reading, so I'm not just rambling. I promise it's going to make sense. Even if it doesn't make sense to me, it's going to make sense, I promise. So, okay. So, there's a group of you out there that I feel like I really need to say this to. Because I, as well as a medium, I am a witch as well. I haven't really been too much in my practice for years now. I've only been practicing since February of 2020. But since that time, I have learned a lot. Like, a lot. Trust me. It's like I got a master intensive course. Like, at least for 6-7 months. Right? And so deities that I was supposed to work with ages ago, like I was supposed to be practicing as a witch years ago, okay? But it runs in my family, okay? All the women on my mom's side of the family are all witches, okay? They don't all practice. It was just me and my sister that were practicing, and now it's just me. I'm the only person in my family that practices openly. Another family member of mine practices, and I know who it is. So if she's watching this, girl, I know who you are. I'm just letting you know. But I digress. So I feel like I need to say this to people, okay? So there's a group of you, okay, that are, you're getting into witchcraft, you're practicing. That's all well and fine. I'm glad that there are people that are wanting to find alternatives to just straight up religion. Now, you can be in a religion and practice witchcraft. It's fine. My grandmother was a Catholic witch herself. So she was Catholic, and she was also a folk witch, meaning that she did a lot of old folk magic. There we go. I'm just lighting whatever I had available because I need light. Oh, excuse me. This had my own energy in it before, so I was cleansing it. And now the candle is not as big as it was last time I lit it. Oof. I don't know what's going on. But there's a group of you, right, who are getting into witchcraft and everything, and that's fine and dandy and all. But I need to tell you something very, very important, okay? Something that you should know. And I was told to burn some lavender herb, which I have right here. So this is eggshells. I'm going to be using this to capture heat, and it's for protection as well. Protection of my energy and protection of yours as well. Okay? There's a group of you out there who think that, yeah, I'm a witch now. It's cool. It's aesthetic. What are you doing? Okay? This isn't about, let me be a witch because it's aesthetic, it's cool now. This is about you going into a practice, okay, and not understanding what you're doing, okay? It's not that you can't practice, but before you start calling upon deities, because I'm getting a very strong feeling that you've been calling upon deities that you shouldn't be calling upon. Like, yeah, okay. Freyja is like Ra, for example. I work with Ra. Okay, I work very, very, very closely with Ra. I talk to him on an almost regular basis. And he doesn't work with a lot of people. He really doesn't. But there's a particular reason why he works with me. It's a very long story, but the point is that you can't just invoke the power of deities that you don't know. Okay, invoking power of deities is very common. It's been common for centuries. It's been something that many cultures have done, and most deities are okay with it. However, because witchcraft has become more popular in recent years, it's very, very important that you know how to protect yourself, how to become, more experienced in what you're doing. I'm not saying that you can't work with deities. I mean, if you want to work with deities and the deities want to work with you, whatever, okay? That's between you and that deity. But I'm telling you from experience, okay? Protect yourself and learn the basics first before you start doing that shit. I know this seems so like off the wall in comparison to the rest of what I was talking about, but I really, really, really needed to say this to some of you because like I said, there's a group of you out there who are practicing, and since I am a witch, not a wish, since I am a witch myself, okay, I don't really identify with any particular religion, but I do follow the traditions of, pagan and pagan traditions and traditions of Semitism, which is the Taino religion. I am Puerto Rican, so I have Taino in my blood, and I also work with a Taino god. So, and I have ancestors who are Taino as well. So, it's something very close to my heart. And so I'm telling you this because I don't want you, and Freyja, even though she doesn't have to say anything. I keep dropping things today. I'm telling you, man, things are weird today. Or because, I should say things are weird right now because of the energy I'm channeling right now. And also, I'm being unusually clumsy today. So I'm going to burn some lavender because y'all need to calm the fuck down. Some of you need to calm the fuck down. Whatever it is that you're doing, they need to not. Freyja's like, they need to not do it. Stop while you're ahead is what I'm being told. That's a warning. So I don't know who's doing what. And she said, stop invoking my power. I won't answer you. So that's for somebody out there who's watching this. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't want to know. But I'm just the messenger. Don't kill the messenger, okay? For the rest of you who aren't into that, it's fine. I'm burning some lavender anyway. Lavender is good for protection. It's good for tranquility, serenity, and peace. It's a good healing herb, okay? Some of you are having trouble sleeping, so you're having some, insomnia. So this lavender is for you, okay? I'm just swishing it out to you in the camera. I'm swishing it out to the universe, okay? I know it seems very cramped in here, but and I promise this will all make sense. It's a little darker, so I needed more light. And as I was saying that, the candle light, actually, you can't see it, but the candle flame got bigger. It started flickering a little bit, and I'm not even, like, the air's not even on or anything. Okay. Yeah, it started flickering. It started flickering again as soon as I was saying that. So just, if you can smell it through the screen, okay, your clair something. I don't remember the name of the clair ability where you can psychically smell things. I have it too. I have pretty much all the clairs, and I just recently discovered that I have all the clairs. There were 2 that I didn't even know that I had, but no, I have all of the fucking clairs. It's weird. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Somebody likes mint chocolate chip ice cream. And what's funny is that I was actually smelling, like while I was driving on my way home, I was smelling a very strong scent of mint chocolate. And then my friend was like, oh yeah, I was thinking, like my best friend, she lives with me. She's like, oh yeah, I was thinking of mint chocolate chip ice cream. And then somebody in here, I'm being told, likes mint chocolate chip ice cream. They're wanting to get some right. You're wanting to get some right now. So I don't know. That's confirmation for somebody. I don't know. But for the group of people that I was just addressing, stop it, okay? I don't want you to get hurt. If you want to practice safely. If you're interested, I'll make videos on witchcraft and how to practice safely, basics, foundations, etc. Because I am experienced enough to do that sort of thing. Because I've gotten direct instruction, not just from books, but also from deities I work with themselves. Trust me. It's kind of hard to ignore them. I can't ignore them even if I tried. Even if I wanted to. Especially Ra. No. Ra and Freyja in particular. But, okay. So, for the rest of you, I'm going to pull cards, okay? But I just want you to know, and I'm going to pull oracle cards as well. This is a moonstone, by the way. I know somebody is probably wondering. This is a moonstone. It's just a broken piece. I have another piece somewhere in here. I have like a little tray of crystals, and I have to look in here, but this is a moonstone piece. So I was told to just put that on there. This is a lapis lazuli crystal. Okay, the lapis lazuli crystal is associated with the third eye chakra. Okay, it's blue. It's like a royal blue. And I said in the last pile that somebody was wearing a royal blue t-shirt. So probably that same person is watching this. So this is also a reading for you. If you pick this pile, this is a reading for you. Okay. I know that seemed like a very long intro, but that wasn't an intro. That was the reading. That was part of the reading. I'm doing this for a collective of people. It's not just one particular person. It's not just one particular group of people. It's a collective of people. All piles are for a collective of people. So thousands of people are going to be watching, is from what I'm being told. So in due time. So I don't know when. I don't know how. But I know something's starting right now. Watching, you'll see. Someday I'll be part of your world. Yes, I just quoted The Little Mermaid. You're welcome. That movie, it's one of my favorite Disney movies. Okay, moving on. Okay. So to be fair, okay. Sorry, I'm listening to messages here. I'm channeling, I'm getting messages, but I have to like kind of slow myself down a little bit. For a group of you, you're opening your third eye chakra, which is probably why I chose lapis lazuli to begin with. Okay, I'm going to leave it over here so you can just look at it. It's pretty. There's a group of you that have been opening your third eye chakra without really understanding the foundations of chakra work and meditation. Meditation is a very simple thing to do. Anybody can do it. Even people that don't practice or who aren't mediums, just like normal everyday people can do it. Okay? The thing is, though, in particular with the third eye and with the crown chakra, just getting Page of Swords, which is Page of Voices. It's like people that think they know everything and they don't. In particular with the third eye chakra, okay? I keep getting two voices too. Page, yeah. The thing is that when you open it, you are going to see things that you never really thought you'd see. You're going to feel things that you never thought you'd feel. You're going to just realize that you know things. Now I'm talking about my experience because I'm being guided to do so. This isn't just me rambling. This is, like I said, this is part of the reading. So take it as it resonates. Just understand that I'm not just rambling. I promise. So ever since I was young, I always just knew things. I actually don't even remember parts of my own childhood, like major parts of my own childhood, due to childhood trauma. Or maybe there were experiences that I just straight up don't remember. And that's not to say, oh, everybody, up until a certain point doesn't remember their childhood. No, like I was like 7, 8 years old and there are parts that I just straight up don't remember. But I do remember being in a forest, and I saw Cernunnos, I think his name was. I'm pretty sure I saw Cernunnos. Or Cernunnos. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't work with him, so I don't know too much about him other than he is a Celtic god. He usually has a deer. He's depicted in several different ways. There's a group of you that do have Celtic descent, Irish / Scottish / other Celtic descent. So this is relevant. This is going to be relevant to you because you have. I'm seeing red-headed ancestors. Yeah. Some of you are Scottish. Some of you are Irish. Some of you are both. It's fine. Whatever. Okay. But clearly, they're wanting me to talk about Cernunnos. I'm channeling your ancestors. These aren't mine. So, Cernunnos is usually, or Cernunnos. Okay, I'm being told it's Cernunnos, not Cernunnos. My bad. But Cernunnos is a deity who is a deity. He's also Fey. He's a Fey deity, and he is usually depicted with a deer's head. Sometimes he is depicted like fully as a humanoid deer. The way he's shown himself to me, he's shown up in my house before. The way he's shown himself to me is that he had a deer's head with a man's body and deer legs and hooves. Sorry, I'm putting more lavender out here because I feel like it's just necessary. And Angelica root as well. I'm going to be burning herbs while I'm talking. But anyway, I don't know too much about Cernunnos personally because when he came in my house, I wanted him to leave because I don't trust deities. I don't trust spirits I don't know. Okay, I read up about him maybe once or twice, but I didn't know much about him, so I was like, get the fuck out, I don't know you. It's kind of like if you don't know somebody, you don't let them in your house. It's kind of common sense. But from what I do know, he's very sacred to the Celtic peoples, or he was sacred to the Celtic peoples. I know there's a lot of people in that region, like the UK, Scotland, Ireland region, who do still practice some of the old pagan traditions. I'm needing to burn a lot of shit for protection, I guess. I don't know. Yo, I'm telling you, some of you are wild, I swear. Okay? Like, And from what I do know about Carnunos, he can usually help people navigate themselves through nature, is what I'm being told. I don't know exactly what that means, but it will make sense to someone watching this. That's all the message I have for you for that particular thing. That's why they wanted me to talk about it. I've always been able to just know things too. I didn't know how I knew them. A lot of times I thought I was wrong, but I knew deep down I was right. So that's why I say I'm right. I'm usually right 99.99% of the time. Other times I'm just like, no. I did a very stupid thing and reached in there, and it is very hot. There's a burning coal. Don't do what I did. I've always just been able to feel things. Particularly, I know for a fact that I'm clairsentient and clairempathic. I've always been able to feel things. I've always been able to tell people's emotions. And through that, I've always been able to know things. I don't know how. I just knew. Okay? And you are discovering, whoever this is for, okay? You've always realized that you've also had these abilities and you're trying to awaken them. But fair warning, before you awaken your abilities, make sure that you solidify and ground all your other chakras first. Because if you don't ground your other chakras, when you do open that third eye and your intuition, like the third eye and the crown chakra, which is on the top of your head, like on top of your head. So the third eye and the crown chakra, they're kind of like intertwined a little bit. So when you meditate on one, you kind of help the other and vice versa. When you open that up and you start to see things, you start to feel things, you're not going to be ready for it. Why aren't you going to be ready for it? Because your root chakra is all fucked up. Okay? Root chakra is kind of the base of everything. Controls anxiety. It's the one chakra that you need to make sure is completely grounded. And I'm also telling you from experience. Because I made the mistake of opening on my third eye and not knowing what the hell I was doing half the time. And I even got my start in tarot. So I wasn't even just straight up practicing witchcraft, but I was still opening my third eye. I didn't even intend to practice witchcraft. It just happened, you know? Or maybe I did, I don't remember. It's been honestly, just time melts together for me. But, your sacral chakra, which deals with creativity. You know, when you're rejected, and if you're entering spirituality, if you're working with spirit guides, if you're working with deities, if you're working with any sort of spiritual being, you need to understand that that you need to be able to handle rejection of some kind. Because especially I keep mentioning deities only because I work with deities. Some people work with angels. Some people even work with demons. And I mean, they're not watching from what I know, but if y'all ever come across this, stay away. Okay? We ain't got time for that shit, because I will tell a demon straight to its face to fuck off. And I have plenty of times. So we ain't gonna... Two of emotions was popping out as soon as I said that. Love conquers all. Okay, we only allow beings of the light and badass fucking deities, alright? So, there's also a group of you that is of African descent. That is of African descent. And now I'm channeling Yoruban ancestors. I think Yoruba Yorubanism, I don't know. I don't know if it's a religion or not. I don't know much about that region of the world in particular, just because I'm not of African descent. A lot of my blood comes from, Latin America, especially, the Arawak tribe. So pretty much Native American, Latino Native American, Latino indigenous. So, but I'm channeling African ancestors who did worship the Yoruban gods. So I'm being told that for a group of you, you need to work with your ancestors when doing certain things, especially when it comes to healing yourself. Because I noticed that a lot of people who are getting involved, involved in spirituality, are working with their ancestors, and those who are of African descent have a strong connection to a lot of Yoruban, just the Yoruban faith and Yoruban deities in particular. Like I said, I don't even know if Yoruban or Yorubanism is a faith, but I know it's a particular thing in the non-Egyptian African culture. Okay? So take it as it resonates, because like I said, I don't know too much, and I'm only channeling what they're conveying to me. Oh, the music voices again. People acting like they know shit and they don't. I'm telling you. Okay, sorry. This is the reading, by the way. This is part of it. I promise you. Okay? I'm going to be drawing cards. You need to learn patience and balance yourself. Okay? This is the Justice card. So get in touch with those ancestors. Light a white candle. That's a start. You want an offering to them? Maybe play a song that is of your ancestry's culture. If you're from an indigenous people of Africa, play a song of your tribe. I don't know, because there's indigenous tribes that are over there too. I think they still exist. Some do still exist today. I don't know. Most of them are pretty much Western. Most people are pretty much Westernized in Africa, just like anywhere else in the world. So, oh wow. There's a relationship coming, but it's got a lot of, okay, you know what? I'm getting a little ahead of things here. I got to finish one message before I move to another, okay? So, I'm being told, get in touch with us. We're waiting for you. I don't know who that's going to resonate for. There's a group of you, like I said, that are of African descent. And so you'll need to get in touch with your African side, particularly your ancestral heritage. There's a male Yoruban god that I'm seeing. I've seen him before. He's kind of hot. I'm just saying. But I don't know what he looks. I mean, I don't know his name, but he has like a spike. He has a necklace that has like horns or teeth around, like it's like a horned necklace. I don't know. Look it up. Like look up Yoruban deities and you might find him. He has a buzz down. He has buzz down hair too. That's how I'm seeing him. So he's just nodding his head like, yep, that's me. So let me get in touch with them. All right. Good? Okay. He's like, yep, we're good. All right. Goodbye. Hi. Yes. Goodbye. Okay. I don't like channeling other people's ancestors because I have bad experience. I have both good and bad experience with that. And also depending on their ancestry, like it can, or depending on whose ancestors I'm channeling, sometimes it can be a little hostile. Okay. I've channeled Native American ones, or Anishinaabe is what they call themselves, and that didn't end so well, but I have Native in my blood as well, just not U.S. Native. So, but yeah, just But these were nice ones, so it'll be all right. Just, oh please, some people are gonna think I'm racist. Yeah, okay. Not everything is about your race, I promise. But see, everything I'm saying transcends all of that. This is why you need to get in touch with your ancestors, because they know shit. They know shit. Transcends race, transcends color, sexuality, everything. So keep that in mind. So for the next group, okay, I'm being told now you can draw cards, because some of those I didn't need to draw cards for. I don't even ask. Oh, I don't even ask what it is that you need to know. I just kind of just draw cards and I get the messages. Ooh, the Emperor came out. What's funny is that the Yoruban god that I was channeling is like very masculine, and he had a very nice body. So. Oh my god, that's funny. I can see him still. He's laughing. I'm not gonna say what she said, but just know they're laughing. Yeah, okay. I'm moving on. No, I'm not gonna say it. It's so embarrassing. But have y'all ever seen that movie White Chicks? And then when one of the Wayans brothers, they're dressed up as like the two girls that they're going undercover for to watch. He's like, he looks at Terry Williams and he's like, "What a beautiful chocolate man!" I was hearing that shit. That shit had me fucking dying. Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, I really like the Wayans brothers. They're cool. All right. On to the reading. Hold on. You're still laughing about it. Go away, dude. I'm done. We're done. You know, he wants to watch for this. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like some of them, they get a little too into what they're doing, and they don't leave when they're supposed to. Anyway, I'm channeling again, so I mean, I've been channeling this whole time, but okay. Yeah, as I was saying in the beginning, because this applies to this group as well. Some of y'all need to chill the fuck out. Okay? You're starting a new journey, okay? And you have the Emperor here. This is divine masculine energy. This is an energy of somebody being logical. This is an energy of someone thinking very mathematically, very critically, using your brain, but in a good way. You're not exhibiting devil energy. And I'm being shown the devil card, even from this deck, and there's like a big red X. So that's Freyja's way of saying, like, no. Okay? It's not devil energy. So don't think that. Okay? You're good. You have the Ten of Voices here. This is the past. This energy here, this is the past. It's a little darker, so you might not be able to see it, but it's Ten of Swords in other decks. So this is the past, right? You're not in this anymore. You haven't already experienced this, but you're no longer experiencing it. Okay, I'm feeling resistance from somebody here. So I want somebody to understand something here. The messages I deliver, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not like other readers. No, I'm not trying to be like anyone else. I'm doing what feels natural to me. And if it ends up being like other readers, then so be it. Okay? But I'm just doing me. And sometimes I don't even draw cards when I'm doing readings. Sometimes they'll have me do scrying. Okay? Sometimes they'll have me draw cards like I am right now. Sometimes I'll be using seashells because I do conchomancy, not cryomancy, conchomancy as well. Cryomancy, I think, would be with ice, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, you don't have time for that in this household because then it's a mess I have to clean up. Okay? Like I said, sometimes they just have me scrying, which is basically just doing a reading through smoke. Sometimes they just have me holding the deck like this and then just talking and delivering things. Sometimes I'll see cards intuitively. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll feel a certain energy of cards. Sometimes I won't. I keep seeing the Lovers here. So somebody's got mad fucking Gemini energy in their chart. You don't have to be a Gemini for this to resonate, okay? But I feel like I have to put it down. Yeah, I have to put it down. I have to put it down. I'm just going by what feels right. There is a relationship coming that you're not ready for. Okay, I'm moving on from what I said because I don't feel like I need to elaborate anymore. There's a relationship coming that you're not ready for. This is someone that you're already very close to. It's a friend, not a lover. More than a friend, less than a lover, which is funny because I've actually said that phrase before in other situations, and it's funny that it's being brought to my attention now. Also, you can't see it, so I'm just going to leave it there, but notice that the Emperor is actually a woman in this deck. In fact, I think every single card is a woman. That's just what I've noticed. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think every card in this deck, like if it has a person, it is a woman. Okay? But I'm hearing female empowerment. Somebody feels very empowered that they're on top of the world. They're like, yeah, I got all my shit together. I'm starting a new journey. I've got this is Sagittarius energy too. This is the Temperance card. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Hello, that's me. Okay? I got a stellium in Sagittarius, so basically a stellium is 3 or more placements in a sign or one particular house that has 3 or more placements in a sign / planet. So I got a stellium in Sagittarius, okay? So somebody's hella Sagittarius there. And that means you like to know shit. You really, really like to know shit. You are very honest. You might, oh my God, it feels like I'm doing a reading for myself. You might be a little too much for people to some degree. Or people might say that you're too much, but you're not too much, no. You're just right. People have told you that you're wrong on so many different levels. This was due to your pride, though. And again, you have this very masculine energy. You don't have to be a man. It's not male or female in particular. It's just energy. Okay? So it doesn't really matter what your gender is. This is energy. This is past energy. Okay? I want to be very clear. You no longer feel this. This is 10 of Swords. Okay? This is just an energy of feeling pain and feeling like everything is coming down, crashing down on you. The 10 becomes a 1. And what that means is that you're starting new beginnings, which is why, it's funny, the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups and other decks, and the Lovers came out. Somebody is going to offer you relationship. For most of you, it's a relationship. But for others of you, it's a work thing. So it's a new job. So I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles in here. It might not even pop up in the deck. I don't know. But For most of you, this is a relationship, and this is already by someone you know. Soulmate connection. The thing is, I want to address this here. This is the 5 of materials, or the 5 of pentacles in other decks. This is broke bitch energy. I'm adding some humor to it, even though that's not what Freyja is saying. Okay, but 5 of materials or 5 of pentacles is what I call broke bitch energy. What does that mean? Okay, when I say broke bitch energy, yes, this could mean that you don't have your finances put together. But for most of you, it's family. Because the pentacles isn't just money. The pentacles can symbolize family, symbolize domestic issues, especially issues of marriage and family, children, just a home in general, right? Anything that has to do with earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, those are earth signs, okay? Anything that has to do with grounding or the lack of grounding, that's pentacles, or in this case, materials energy. So for a lot of you, it seems like you're having an issue with your kids or kids in your family. If that's not you, and this is an issue of the Father, please don't say the Son and the Holy Spirit, because if you do, I'm going to be so sad for you. I'm sorry. She said, she was thinking it. She's like, I was so tempted to. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we be serious again. She said the Father. She was thinking the Son and the Holy Spirit, but she didn't actually say it. But it was coming. Somebody was thinking it. I don't know. Yeah, it was. She's like, it was me. Okay. So yeah, this is an issue of family and regret, which is funny. 7 of emotions is at the bottom of the deck, which is 7 of cups in other decks, and then the 3 of swords, or in this case, the 3 of voices. What is 7 of cups energy? 7 of cups energy is somebody who's all over the place with their feelings. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Okay, they don't know how to feel. They don't know themselves very well, yes. But it's not an energy of feeling trapped. It's an energy of confusion. It's an energy of, what do I do? How do I approach this? What do I say to this person? And this is the energy that's going on. It could be you. It could be the other party, because this is not a third party situation. Okay. So there's no third party in this. This is you, this is you and the other person. And it's causing distress, massive distress. It's the 3 of Swords here. 3 of Swords, what is that? It's heartbreak. Somebody that's really going through it. Okay. I'm going to move this down a little bit so that way you can see it. And then you have the Fool here, which is interesting because it's like, I need to say this, but when you're starting a new journey, that doesn't mean that all your problems go away. It just means that you have new problems that you need to solve. And that's okay. And I feel like you or this other person, whoever I'm talking about, is in an energy of, all is supposed to be well. Why isn't this working out for me? It's because you need to have patience. You need to realize that life is not all sunshine and rainbows. Life is not a Disney movie. Yes, I was singing songs from The Little Mermaid earlier, but this ain't The Little Mermaid. Okay? We are not Ariel. A song from Moana started playing in my head just now. When the sky meets the sun and the sea, and it calls me. No one knows how far I'll go. So you might have had a lot of people that are, no, you did. You did have a lot of people that are that were behind you, that are still behind you. But they're wondering, like, what the fuck are you doing? Because you're in the seven of cups energy. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? You're so worried about what other people are thinking. But you don't have to be. Because the people around you understand. The people around you understand that you are human. Okay, you're going through a human experience, so you are human. And you are going to go through problems in life. That's just how life is. You're going to experience things that you didn't want to, but are going to happen regardless, because it's a karmic cycle, and the universe is like, listen, I'm not going to throw you anything that you can't handle. Which is funny how the 5 of materials is showing up here. Okay. I said it's broke bitch energy, but most of you in this particular group seem to have your finances in order, which, congratulations. You want a medal? I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. Don't. Somebody feels attacked. I was kidding. It's a joke. And this is confirmation that you have your shit together financially. Because 6 of materials is coming up. It's basically like getting all your ducks in a row, getting your shit together. Cultivating your roots, if you will. Page of materials. And this is why I was... And this kept popping up. This 9 of voices kept popping up. So, what is 9 of voices? 9 of voices is somebody that is having trouble sleeping, is somebody that's having trouble resting. And so they're having trouble in bed, both thinking and falling asleep. So basically, you're having a hard time shutting your brain off. Okay, and I'm feeling a lot of resistance here. Somebody is not happy by what I'm telling them, but that's okay. Most of the comments will be positive. I can already sense what's going on. Like, I feel the energy very strongly. Like, I can't control it. It just is what it is. Okay? You think that you may know everything. In fact, for this new relationship that some of you are entering, it feels like that you got this under control. Okay? That everything is just going to be fine and dandy. He's going to be masculine or she's going to be masculine. You're the feminine energy. Okay? Whatever you're attracted to doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates. Whoever you're attracted to doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates. Okay? But I need to strongly advise you. Freyja is strongly advising you. Just because you're in a loving relationship doesn't mean it's not going to have its fair share of problems. just because you're in the energy of, oh wow, everything's going to be fine, everything is dandy, that doesn't make it so. Because when old problems get solved, new problems arise. I'm lighting another candle because it's getting a little too dark in here. But when old problems are solved, new problems arise, okay? And when that happens, then you need to know how to solve them. But you don't have to know right away. See, that's part of what karmic cycles are for. That's part of what the universe testing you is for. Or it's not really a test, but it's just more like, listen, you can do this. You can figure out how to solve it, okay? Again, the universe, you take this as you will, but I don't believe the universe is ever going to throw anything at you that you can't handle. I speak from my own personal experience, especially during this pandemic. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now because of this stupid pandemic, because a lot of us are trapped in our houses and we can't leave. Okay? Luckily, I live in the United States and I live in an open state, so I can leave my house whenever I want to without government intervention. I'm very blessed in that regard. But not everyone is that lucky. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you that I need to light candles for, because this candle over here is almost done. So when it's done, I'm about to light another one. Just because you get into a loving relationship, like I said, doesn't mean that all your problems are going to go away. In fact, don't look to this person to solve your problems, because they are just as lost as you are. They have their shit together as much as you do. Because likes attract likes, energy, similar energy. It's about the law of vibration. The law of attraction. God, I can't speak. The law of attraction, okay, means that likes attract likes. It's energy. So you're going to attract people, places, and things that emit a similar vibration as to what you're emitting. So if you are in this masculine energy right now, then you're going to attract someone who has that same balance. Maybe they're more masculine than you, but you're going to attract someone of a similar vibration. What's the only one that's similar in vibration to? The Empress. So if you're the masculine energy, you're going to attract the Empress energy. You might attract other emperors, but you're going to definitely attract an Empress if you're an emperor. That's facts. Okay, that is what it is. And so since you're attracting someone who is of a similar vibration, the question is, what is it? Ooh. Here we go. Sorry, I'm lighting another candle here. Bear with me. This stay. All right, I guess my candle doesn't want to cooperate. But anyway, you're attracting something. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be anything, a situation even. But you're attracting something with a similar type of vibration. So what makes you think that What makes you think that that person or situation is the answer to all your problems? If it's money that you're worried about, yes, money can solve a lot of shit. Can't solve everything. But for most of you, it's not money, okay? Because like I said in the beginning, you seem to have all your shit together. But now you're on to the next phase of your life. And because you're encountering these problems, again, and I'm just channeling groups of you at a time, so take it as it resonates. For some of you, for a lot of you, it's family. You're in toxic family relationships, okay? In particular, you have a sister who criticizes you and doesn't like your ex. I mean, if they're an ex for a reason because they exited your life. I don't know. But for others of you, okay? For others of you, you have a mother that criticizes you in particular. They like to be controlling. Or at least there is a feminine figure that is like a mother in your life. So it could be an aunt. Could even be a mentor. Could even be a boss. It doesn't matter. But it's a feminine figure in your life, a strongly feminine, mother-like figure that's criticizing you. And that's making you regress out of your feminine energy. You've already attracted someone or something that's good for you. You've gotten together with the person that you want to be with. Why are you self-sabotaging? That's not a judgment. That's a legitimate question that you should ask yourself. Why are you self-sabotaging? Why are you pushing away this good thing that you already have just because you're encountering some problems? You've started this new journey, yes. The Fool is someone who is new. This is Aries energy as well. Most of you don't have Aries energy. Some of you do. So just, I don't know if that's confirmation for somebody. But the Fool is somebody who is starting fresh, right? Someone that is starting a new journey and is like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. And they're about to walk off the edge into the unknown. In this case, they're going to walk off into the cosmos. Hopefully they can float towards the sun that's over there. And a lot of these cards, there's a sun. But on your way to the sun, in here, there's darkness. Don't be afraid of the darkness. Try to navigate your way through it. This is why this 9 of Voices came out. Because this is trouble sleeping, insomnia. This is basically just a lot of your thoughts just colliding with one another that you don't need to be in. This is your brain talking. And this isn't the good part of your brain. This is like the part of your brain that makes you anxious. Because your brain always wants to keep you comfortable. It doesn't want you to experience new things. Okay? I'm seeing the devil energy. There's a red X. So again, this is not devil energy. But it's getting to that point. It's getting to devil energy. The devil isn't... Let me explain devil energy here. The devil energy isn't always like... Okay, I'm being told not to shuffle. So, the devil energy is not always like, oh no, the devil... The devil energy is not always like, oh, you know, like, I'm doomed. No, it's not that. Okay, I shouldn't even say it's not always that because it's 99.99 times out of 100. It's not that. The devil energy Symbolizes addiction. It symbolizes toxic behaviors. Symbolizes things that are of the brain, but not the logical part, not like the emperor. No, this is the part, like I said, this is the part of the brain that keeps you comfortable, because it's the only way that the devil, in this case devil energy, can get to you. Because when you are in your emperor energy, or even empress energy if you're feminine, the devil can't get to you. Because it can't attack your intuition. It can't attack your spirit. It can only attack your brain. And so you're not at that point. You don't want to get to that point. So this is a message for you to stop and think, because you are already the emperor. You've already attracted what you want in most. Again, for most of you, this is a relationship. Not for everybody, though. Being told to pull one more. Oh. Not this one. Nope. I'm going to return it. You got this, Group 3. I believe in you. Didn't I tell you I was seeing Ace of Pentacles early? This is Ace of Materials. Didn't I fucking say so? My God, that's funny. I can't make that up. Freyja just has like a smile on her face, like, yeah, I did that. Oh my God. I just felt instinctively drawn to draw on top, and it's the wheel. This seems to be a common theme in these piles here. The wheel keeps turning. The wheel keeps spinning. Okay? Things are going to continue as they are. The universe doesn't always wait for people. In fact, it tells you, okay, you didn't learn this lesson. You're going to learn it again later in life. If you don't learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn now in this life, you'll learn it in the next life. And if this is the last human life that you'll live before you have to return to wherever your soul was originally created, then, you're going to have to serve it over there. You're going to have to learn somehow. It's funny, as I was talking about witchcraft and working with deities and all that. So, some of us are earth angels. Some of us are the original light workers. I'm one of them. I know that much for sure. Some of us are creations of deities. Some of us are children of creation. Some of us are fae. Fae is just a general term for European creatures of nature. So they can reside on both Earth and in the ascended realm, or astral realm, as it's more commonly known. But the deities, they call it the ascended realm. A lot of spirits I've spoken to call it the ascended realm, so I'm calling it the ascended realm. Okay? I myself am from the ascended realm. A lot of you watching are from the ascended realm. Some of you are fae. Some of you are children of gods and goddesses that just weren't documented. Okay? Some of you are angels that were people that were originally angels, and now you're on Earth, so you're an Earth angel. Freyja's like, some of you were, well, let's just say you weren't in a good place. So I don't know what that means. Oh, your life was probably tampered with. The reason I'm saying all of this, is because life and the universe and everything works on a wheel. Okay, it's usually symbolized in a lot of cultures by a wheel. Okay, I have a pentacle. The pentacle is a circle, so you can call it a wheel, and it turns and turns and turns. Right. The reverse pentacle is, when it's stuck there, it's symbolic of chaos, disorder, and the violation of nature, which is why I don't like reverse pentacles or reverse pentagrams. Okay, so you have this all together. So don't think that just because you have this that you can't lose it. You need to be able to handle any problems that are going to come your way. You can do that. Like I said, the universe is not going to throw anything your way that you can't handle, that you don't know what to do. Okay? So don't think that just because you're with somebody that all of a sudden all your problems are going to go away, because they're not. You're just going to have new problems. You're going to have different sorts of problems, but you are robust enough to be able to solve it. Why? Because you're the motherfucking emperor. You're smart. You can do this. I believe in you. That's all that I have for now. So, group 3. I know it was a lot, and it was the longest pile out of all of them. Sorry. Group 3, we love you, and I'll see you next time. Love and light to everyone.